G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome back to the 1968 campaign. And once again we are off the Norwegian coast. We've just come from Holy Lock. We've just managed to resupply and we've been issued new orders. Our orders today are actually, this is going to be fun, to hunt down a anti-submarine warfare fleet that is currently patrolling the somewhere around the middle of the map. The problem is, on the overview map, there's actually 3 surface contacts that I could spot, and that was just what popped up on radar as I was coming through. I'm not even sure if this is the fleet that I'm actually after at this point, and there could be 2 others out there, not to mention submarines that have been detected as well. So we're in a bit of a race against time to find the right one here. Now, what we're actually looking for is specifically an ASW cruiser, so I'm assuming...
Steady course.
I don't know if that's right. Let's go read through that again. I'm assuming that there should be a capital ship somewhere in the middle of this somewhere. No, it's not quite lined up right. Again, it seems to line up with the merchant more than anything else, so I'm going to flag it off as a merchant for the moment. We have 1 rigger. Now, riggers never travel alone, so there will be at least 1 other ship that we have not managed to pick up at this point. Current speed is 5 knots, we're at 600 feet. And our conditions, ambient noise 81 decibels, we've got a weak duct and a weak thermal layer at 232 feet. So, what have we got? Estimated range to 33 kiloyards. We're probably not going to be able to see that through periscope. 13 to the rigger though. So what we might do... Ah, that was dumb. What we might do is head for periscope depth and see exactly what we can see, because we're definitely missing, if that is a merchant, we're definitely missing 1 ship. Otherwise, I'm not sure what that is. At least not yet. I haven't got a good enough look at its output. Or its signature, rather. So, 28 knots, maximum speed on the rigger. If we're sneaky, we might be able to get her without too much of an issue. So what we're going to do is pop up to periscope depth. I'll stick the scope out and have a quick look around, and then we'll dive back down to about 300 feet to sit below the layer and see whether or not we can close in. She is active at the moment. What is our negative 13, negative 19? Yeah, if we're going to head to the surface, we need to get up to the surface now. Much longer and she'll be able to detect us, and I would like to be back below the duct, or back below the layer by the time she's close enough to actually get us on active. Right, 250 feet. Let's go full back on the rudders and speed this up a little bit here. $200 feet. Alright, shallow us off. $60 feet. 11.7 kiloyards to the rigger. I'm pretty confident that, well, it's only 35% solution, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident. And no. Periscope depth, you idiot. Yes, stack the conning tower out of the water. That's not good. She's got... Yeah, she has radar. So she probably saw that. May have been my fault for trying to bring her up too fast. Alright, so roughly at... There's two ships. We can only hear one. That's the rigger confirmed. Oh, yeah, I think we got the right fleet. Moskva. You big bitch. Alright. Well, that's interesting. That's also something I really didn't want to stick my sail up in front of either, so that wasn't so good. Yeah, we can't hear her at all. She's really quiet. Why is she so quiet? Moskva. She'll be under warships. 180 decibels. What is our condition? It's only 81. She should be thundering. We should be able to hear her fine. She must be being masked by the rigger. Wow, I'm going to enjoy this. The rigger's starting to turn. Alright, let's go against. Negative 29, negative 21. We're now at 300 feet, so we're back below the layer and just sitting there. I don't know whether or not she got a good look at us beforehand and she's trying to... Alright, so what is our range? Alright, 11 kiloyards to our last estimate on the Moskva. We can definitely make that shot, and Moskva... Moskva's actually quite fast, 31 knots. That's surprisingly quick. And that is a merchant. We have a merchant sailing through the middle of the combat zone. I really need to be able to see what that Moskva is doing, but I need to deal with the rigger first. Alright. Be surface running on both when they're activated. Torpedo 1 away and turning. And 3 away and turning. My only concern, the Moskva at 31 knots, she could actually outrun us. Now for the moment these torpedoes are also below the layer as well. Until they activate they won't go anywhere near the surface, so I'm hoping we can set up a good net for this rigger. Moskva still appears to be approaching in our direction. We've got a 54% on her now. 95, 6.7 on the rigger, and signal negative 22, negative 16. She still cannot pick us up with her sensors, thankfully. So we've got a little bit of time to work. Straighten this up. Might do a little bit of time acceleration here just to get things moving along. She's so far off to the right, and the Moskva is right there too. Alright, let's bring torpedo in. Actually, not too fast. I sort of want it to come in, but I don't want it to make the rigger turn away. Not till this torpedo's past her nose. Alright. Now we can activate them. Alright, that should be right. They should come up through the layer. I'm going to issue a turn that I hope will not break yet. There's... She's heard torpedo 3. Change, we'll hold course on the permit afterwards. And torpedo 3 is now live. What's its depth at? Almost at the surface.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Torpedo 1 is now live, and we're making the cross. And the rigger appears to have only just become aware of the fact that the torpedo is coming in. Go active on both torpedoes. Alright, and this is where things get real interesting here, because we've got the rigger she's running from one in behind, but she has another one directly to her front. So if this works right, this one should slam into a bow. Boom. Alright, 3, turn away, I don't want to waste a good torque. Alright, torpedo 3 is now clear, and we can go for an intercept on the Moskva. Now that is not going to be enough to take the Moskva down. That is fine. Torpedo away. Surface running, and now this is the problem. It comes down to what Moskva does and how quickly Moskva can turn. If we can hit her, we can cripple her and slow her down. That's all we need to do for the moment, and then we can pound her with anything else that we need. Adjust course. And Moskva's deployed helicopters. We don't see them very often in this campaign, but they're up and listening now. So I'm going to order ultra quiet on mine and stay below that thermal layer, so hopefully
Noisemaker bearing 065.
hopefully that helicopter won't actually pick us up when it starts popping its dipping sonar, which it will do eventually. I need to get 2 activated, it's running too slow. I need to get it to burn some speed. There it is.
71.
Okay, that straightens up torpedo 2. Now it's out here somewhere. It should be just ahead of us. There it is, we've picked it up. There is Moskva. Let's have a look at this big girl. 4 kilos on deck. Yeah, that is our target. That has to be our target. Damn it. I was so busy looking at it, I didn't realise that she'd managed to throw out torps. Get out of your anti-submarine. Yeah, there you go. Just travel south. It's fine. Now 2. Acquired. And once again, countermeasures from the surface ship have managed to throw the torpedo. Actually, this is another thing that needs to be improved with any future versions of the game that may be coming. Countermeasures of this kind weren't nearly as effective when deployed from surface ships as they were from submarines, simply because of the noise values involved. You know, the surface ship can be anywhere up to twice the noise output of the submarines below. So torpedoes were much harder to trick with countermeasures from surface ships. This level of evasion every single time that a countermeasure comes into contact with the torpedo's arc just didn't happen in real life. But this one's a far less annoying issue. You can manually control around it, thankfully. Alright, so now we've finally got Moskva in the net. It's taken us a little while, but we are finally there. There she is, and she is a big girl to try and hit too, so 3 is going to be distracted by the noisemaker, but I'm going to manually guide 2 in. Go for a mid-hull. Now that's not going to be enough to sink her. Ow. But that will slow her down. Her top speed should start slowing down at least. She's down to 15 knots, torpedoes closing in. It's going to hit her right in the engines, right on the rudder. And there she goes. Alright, I am really sure that that was actually our target there. Which isn't bad. There were, as I said at the start, there were at least 3 surface targets that we could have picked. So to get the first one on the first shot, the only thing is we got it off the coast of Norway again. So at this point, the coast of Norway is starting to look like our personal ship graveyard. I think that's where like 90% of the ships we've actually sunk at this point have been on that coastline. We're going to have to start dodging wrecks on the bottom soon. And down she goes. Anyways, that should be it. So let's go check the results. Okay, so USS Plunger, SSN 595, Kobsam Lant, after action report. Alright, from USS Plunger, SSN 595, Riga and Moskva early sunk, weapons remaining, 6 Mark 16s and 14 Mark 37s. We took no damage. Excellent job, Commander. Your neutralization of this high-priority target will severely reduce the enemy's ability to support operations against our boys. Sends regards to your crew. Stand by for further orders. So, yes, that was the right target. And looks like we have a world news. Constant convoys. Convoys from North America continue to ferry goods into Western Europe with minimal losses. This has been attributed to the efficient cooperation among NATO forces. The convoy system worked in World War I and World War II, and it still works today, the spokesman for NATO naval operations said. Meanwhile, in Western Europe, food and material shortages have failed to materialize in the unoccupied territories. Authorities urge citizens not to make runs on the banks, but instead show restraint so that the financial system can remain functional despite the ongoing conflict. Okay. New orders. Tactical situation. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy Spetsnaz commandos will land from submarine in the vicinity of Oslo, Norway. They really, really want Norway. Russia really, really wants Norway. They intend to report our sub-movements and perhaps sabotage a naval base. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Locate and sink the enemy submarines transporting the Spetsnaz commandos. Or at least we're going to be hunting some subs for once. And yet pretty much standard rules. So we will continue this one in the very next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, remember to check the video description down below for links to my social media, my Twitch, my Discord, my Teespring, and my Displate stores. The merch is really the thing that's going to drive the channel in 2020. So please, take a look at the stuff on there. I'm uploading new artworks and new designs once every couple of weeks. There's a F-16 with a Falcon design that has been up there for a while. I should have a Spitfire popping up very soon, and I'm currently working on a design for the HMS Queen Elizabeth, which will be my first major World War II naval design. So that one will be coming up soon as well, along with a couple of other designs and stuff that I'm playing around with at the moment. Some more unique items rather than just t-shirts and stuff. But I'll show those off in another video when we come to them. Until next time, guys, remember to click that like video. Remember to click the like if you did, share and subscribe if you would like to see more, and as always, take care.